Hello friends, how are you doing? Welcome again to Verified Soul. This is a very important video for all of you, and as you can tell, I'm going to discuss getting a successful interview on your first time. And that means I'm going to talk on specific things that you must do for you to have a smooth and a successful interview. So, in other words, this video deals with the tips that you can use in preparation for the interview and also during the interview process. So, stick around and watch this video to the end. As a first timer in the DV lottery interview, and I know most of you, if not all of you, it's your first time to attend the DV interview. And since it's your first time, there is a great tendency of panicking or missing some things in the preparation or during the interview. So let's do this. The first tip and very important tip that I'm going to share with you guys, and this will really help you, is you need to familiarize yourself with the whole interview process. I mean, you're going for the interview, and the interview, just as the other normal interviews, the work interviews or any other interview, you need prior preparation. And that's why I'm saying you need to familiarize yourself with what it takes for the interview. And how do you do this? You do this by simply consulting the previous interviews. Those people that have undergone through the interviews. And how do you consult with those interviews? It is by going through the interview experiences. And I tell you guys, people are very generous with their information. Many that have gone to the United States, many that have passed through the DV interview, they have shared their interview experiences all over the internet. And they are all different experiences. You'll find some for single persons, you'll find some for married people, you'll find some for married with kids, others single with kids, and there are many. And when you go through those interview experiences, you learn a lot of things. Number one, you'll know what happens during the interview. Number two, you'll know what changes you can make during the interview. You'll know what people to meet at the embassy. You'll know what happens at the security check. You'll know what size of baggage should you carry. You'll know of the questions that you get during the interview. And you'll know how to correctly go around those processes. So you need to go through the interview experiences. And on this channel, I've been sharing time and again on the different interview experiences from different embassies, what people experienced. You'll find interviews for single people on this channel. You'll find for married people. You'll find for single people with kids. So go through the interview. You'll get to familiarize yourself with the whole process, and this will eliminate the panic that comes. In other words, you will have gone through a mock interview. It's like you've gone through a virtual tour of the whole interview process. And when you go for the interview, you'll find yourself that whatever you're meeting or encountering will be what you already know of. So it's very important to go through the DV interviews for you to get all this information. That is very key, and you need to do that, and you'll realize the importance of it. Please go through the different interview experiences from those people. The second tip for you to go through the interview successful as a first timer is you need to prepare the documents that are required correctly, and they should be organized correctly. I've been seeing of this in my past videos many times. The documents, they form the very important part of the DV interview, because you'll have to present those documents. And what are those documents? They are the supporting documents to the information that you filled on your DS260 form. Every document that is required, you need to have it. And on the issue of the document, remember there are some documents that need to be notarized. That is to certify them. They need a certified copy of the original one. So you have the original copy plus a different one that we call certified. And we said you get this certified from the custodian of your documents in your government. If it's the birth certificate, from the registrar of birth; for the marriage certificate, from the registrar of marriage, and so on and so forth. So for those documents that are listed as requiring certified documents, don't forget to get the certified documents. So for this tip is that you prepare the documents well, both yours as a principal applicant and those of your derivatives. That is the next tip to give you a smooth interview. The third tip, and very important as well, is throughout the process, you have to be so honest. Be honest with all information that you give. Be truthful. If you say yes, it's a yes. And if it's no, it's a no. If you don't have these documents, don't say you have them. Anything that you present should be true from the start to the end. Veracity is key. Lies are considered as fraud, and the principal item that will lead to your visa denial is for you speaking falsely, is for you presenting false information. That is fraud, and fraud is a definite visa refusal. So honest and truthful is what is needed in this process for a smooth interview. The next tip that I want to talk about is you need to stay calm and be self-composed during the interview. I know fear can arise, the fear of unknown, not knowing whether you'll be successful or you will fail, and that can create anxiety. And that can cause you not to be at ease. And therefore, one thing that you need to do and you need to exercise is to be calm and to be self-composed. By this, you'll have the confidence to answer the questions that are forwarded to you. And you create this confidence and this calmness by you going through the interview experiences, for you to at least have the information, the prior information of the process. And by you going through the various interviews, you create that confidence and you'll be calm and self-composed. Don't panic. Panicking can mess you up. Be self-composed and calm when you are going through your interview. The last but not least that I want to discuss in this video is that you need to attend the interview with all your derivatives. Derivatives must be present during the interview. If you leave the derivatives out, then be sure you not get your visa. All people that you included in your application as your family members, you need to attend the interview with them. They must be there. And to them, you should have all the documents that they are required to have. The birth certificate, the passports, the police clearance certificate for all those that are above 16 years of age. Every document that is attached to the derivatives must also be present. So the other thing to give you a smooth interview is that you come with the members of your family that you included in the DV process. And remember, you're supposed to have added all the family members. That is the nuclear family. That is your spouse and your children. That is the legally adopted children, your biological children, and your stepchildren. So at the interview, also attend with them all. So I saw it good that we speak of these tips because there are many people now scheduled for the interview and they are needing this information. And therefore this video comes in handy. Thank you guys for sticking around to this end. Please work hard to have a smooth interview using those tips. Please subscribe if you have not, like the video, and also support the channel. And let's meet in the next video. Keep safe.